Why did tribute bands become so big in the mid-90s?
Because the music scene's completely on its bum. It's got to be, otherwise, well, it wouldn't have happened, would it really? See,
No, I think it would.
well, the bootleg Beatles, they've been doing it longer than the Beatles.
How can they have been doing it longer than the Beatles?
No, the
How
Beatles
can
being
they be
together.
the bootleg
The
Beatles if they've been doing it longer than them?
Twat, listen, the Beatles playing together as a band, they've done for 2 decades past that, but nobody made a fuss about them. You know what I mean? That were always going. They
The
must
thing
have been
about
right
the
on it.
tribute bands is, I think we've seen a lot of play with a lot of tribute bands, and half of them, they're really good. We play with Stereophonics, like, and I thought they were better than Stereophonics. Really good band, and they were really good lads, to get on with. And they're fucking so into the music, and you can get in and watch a top tribute band for a few quid, instead of having to pay like 20 quid for a ticket.
Oh
to
yeah, but no. The reason
no,
why
I'm on
yeah,
about.
but you can't.
No, what I'm on about, if you can't get to the gig to see the proper band, it's the next best thing.
Well,
innit?
absolutely, and we'll play in places they'll never have Oasis,
Yeah,
would
this
they
is what I'm
ever?
saying.
They couldn't afford them, so they do actually like to pretend that we are them, don't they, for a while? Which is
So what's been the kind of strangest venues or towns that you've played?
Oh, we've done some weird ones. We did a bit of a tour up Scotland last year, didn't we? And we played this venue, and it was a bit of a dingy hall. But they said they had a Stone Roses tribute on the week before, and they stormed it. We got up there were 7 turned up, and they paid us off.
in
The
pound
night after,
coins.
we went to
In
pound coins and short change, didn't they? And the night after we played Aberdeen, were it? And it just erupted. You've never seen that.
Was that not Harbour Off?
No, Dundee it were.
Dundee. Oh my
The
god.
fucking crowd just kicked off, the full crowd. We had to stop the gig, like, they just all started fighting and that.
No security.
Not one.
When the guy, the guy who got us there, approached the manager of the club and said, like, what's going on here? Why is there no security? I'll take this to my grave. The guy actually had the neck to turn around and said, I had to lay my security off last week. The enticed trouble. Oh, that were a top move by him.
Yeah, it don't stop it, does it?
Well, they kicked off the week after, and there were none of them there. Hang on.
Yeah, all police coming out, everything, riot squad and all that.
Terrible, like, yeah. And then the
So
police
it
turn
was-
up
you
and they
know,
see a
the-
load
the
of
room-
guys
the
with
room where we
makeup on them.
played, to be right, it should have held like about 200 at top, like, but there were about 300 or 400 in this
Yeah, it was
gig, and
silly.
they were sardines, And it only needs someone to go, oi, to someone, done it? And they turn around and go, what? Smack him in the face, like. And that just causes like a fucking explosion, doesn't it?
Hurricane,
We
man.
just couldn't believe it. We just going, the full room kicked off, and we're on stage going.
Please stop.
We're singing Champagne Supernova,
Yeah,
weren't we? A chilled out song, and they're all erupting to it. Couldn't believe it. I mean, Rock and Roll Star. You never get a better track than that. The first track on the album, you put that on. I'm a rock and roll star, and he's telling you what he's going to be.
Which is
And they were
brilliant
right,
to
weren't
say,
they?
yeah, we're written before they
No.
rap. If you come out with something when you have got like
So
as
now
high
I'm
as
a
they
rock
have,
and roll
how
star, it's
self-indulgent would that have been?
You know, it was like,
Can you fucking shut up a minute?
no,
It was.
I'm not driving
if
him in
that
a
was
metro.
if that
I'm not driving him in a metro.
if that had been put out before, after definitely maybe, that could have been the nail in the coffin really for the, there's attitude, but come on, but it would probably written when they were youths, and not scared to actually say what they want to be. Well, that's fucking cool, really.
I think it's the best
it's
track
some
on the
neck,
album,
that.
mate.
Some neck to say.
And that
it,
one
really.
never released, were it?
No, it's Talk about tribute bands. Look at this. Talk about up his own ass. He can't even get real Bensons. Oh, these are just as good.
Another 3 quid.
And that's top.
It was the Butlins.
Butlins. It was absolutely
The
brilliant.
top venues, the Butlins thing. We've
They're
only
great,
just got
yeah.
into them recently.
They're great. They are so on it,
The
them people.
stage and the lighting's fucking awesome, like.
And the crews are absolutely, they are so on it.
Brilliant.
In 5 minutes, there's a new band.
It sounds a bit
It's
cheesy,
unbelievable.
like doing the Butlins things, but
No, it's great.
we do
opportunity to
like
go back there.
bikers weekends and that, where you've got that rough end at fucking the working class people are coming watching you.
Yeah.
It's not all about the families running about with kids and that. We don't do that.
No.
They'll have like bikers weekends on or adult weekends, and everyone's fucking pissed and they're into it, aren't they?
Yeah. good.
But it's
good.
great, yeah. The Butlin shit's fucking brilliant.
It is.